It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
Yeah, when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just...
The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start, and off we go from Buffalo. Now return coming from the 7th. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
We had a couple of his games early in his career, and of course, all the way to his days back in college, his athleticism jumps off the screen. But Mike, these last couple years, his development as a true passer, his ability to operate from the pocket, that's what's really taken his game to this MVP level. And tell you what, we didn't think there was a lot more things that he could do on a football field, and it seems like every year he's proven otherwise.
Second down and 8. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Going to go right back to Henry. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Three plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
And I'm not sure I enjoy watching any quarterback in the league more than I enjoy watching Josh Allen. I mean, he's a bit of a throwback in terms of his play style. I mean, he's just as likely to throw a 65-yard bomb for a touchdown as he is in 4th and short to run over the middle linebacker. I mean, he plays with such a hard, aggressive style. There's not a lot of guys built like him, Mike, and I'll tell you what, he's a blast to watch.
Now Cook loses the football. One of the Ravens has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Here's a 2nd and 6. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And they're finally going to bring him down. It's a first down if it stands, but maybe a hold set him free. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Justice Hill to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll motion over Flowers. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still 2nd down.
All run play. This is Hill. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
Here's Hill. Not much room to speak of. He'll take this to the 11. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. It's the tight end Likely in motion. They'll run here with Hill. And good hard running will get him down close to a 1st down. Might be a yard short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Back to throw, Jackson. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Now the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Out of the gun, here's Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Here's a run going left, and he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Bateman is the motion man. Play action now. Jackson. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd down, 3 to go. Hopkins sent in motion. 3rd and short, Jackson. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here's Jordan Stout now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Bills offense getting set to get back to work. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. They will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
3rd and long. Now it's Allen. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Cook. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Allen. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer, but they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
So on 4th down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors. Tylan Wallace deep for Baltimore. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. A 1st down throw for Jackson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Now Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on 2nd down. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake, Jackson. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On play action, here's Jackson. He'll drop this one down to the fullback. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Hopkins sent in motion. A run on first and goal. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's second and goal. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for third and goal.
I don't mind the call. Down here this close to the goal line, you're trying to account for the extra defenders. In this case, you're trying to read them, but give credit to the defense. They had the running back accounted for and the quarterback.
Third and goal for Jackson. Good blocking, and he's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his second touchdown tonight. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense about ready to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On third down, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. James Cook, the intended target. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Wallace now on the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson out of the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be caught.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Ravens build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. Now Allen on first down. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
A pass caught right side by Coleman. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
First and 10. A design run here for Allen. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one.
And he's in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. Pass now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Ravens offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Hopkins sent in motion. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Bateman is the motion man. 2nd down. Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Receiver in motion. Going right. On 3rd down. Jackson. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Ravens are in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Three-points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. Davis now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
On play action, Allen. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On third down, it's Josh Allen. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Baltimore.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
To the tight end, Likely. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Jackson fires complete to Flowers. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down. Now Lamar gonna hang on to it, and he will score again. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. And make that 3 rushing touchdowns. You think a quarterback gets a 3-touchdown day, it's pretty good. But 3 on the ground? That, Greg, is excellent.
It's just so hard, Mike, for a defense to account for a quarterback that can do this amount of damage with his legs. And there's a fine line, but I'll tell you what, when they unleash him as a runner, he's about as good as it gets.
The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Ravens go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Davis now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In motion, Shakir. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Allen will throw. They'll set up the screen to Cook. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and 2. Now Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Once again, it's Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Josh Allen, touchdown Bills. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills cut the lead to 3, 24-21. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On 1st and 10, Jackson. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On the give, here's Henry. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Jackson gonna keep it himself. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
In motion comes Andrews. The play clock down to 0, and this not the best of sequences.
Still third down.
The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
They'll come up here, first and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Bateman is the motion man. Play action now, Jackson. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake, Jackson. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? In motion comes Andrews. From the gun, Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
A first down throw for Jackson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Andrews. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On play action, here's Jackson. He'll get this out wide.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. To the air one more time with Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Here's Henry. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Matt Milano.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Bills offense ready to take over possession of the football. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Now Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. play coming up. This is third down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on first down. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Set to go now on first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That is caught. It is Hopkins. Second and 7. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now on second down. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Jackson now. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. Throwing Jackson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain? to try to extend this drive. And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this 4th down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge 4th down stop.
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Going to give it to Cook. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. In motion, Shakir. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jair Alexander is there to bat that one away.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He's got his tight end, Kincaid. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 1st down.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. From the gun, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
A run out of the gun with Cook. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the gun, Josh Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Slot man in motion left. They'll drop to throw. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Important moment here. 3rd down and 4. Man in motion, heading left. Allen on 3rd down. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
This one is on target, and it is good. They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now 2nd and inches. Here's Jackson. He'll look underneath for Henry. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Jackson looking to throw. A pass pulled in by Henry.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
It is 2nd and a yard. To the air one more time with Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 38 yards. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. So now, a big spot coming here. This to win the game. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. So here we go. Big spot for the rookie. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And the Ravens will move out in front, 27-24. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.